Be seeing about the Azure Kubernetes service deployment. So how do we do an AKS deployment from our Azure DevOps? So as usual, we just need to go to this Azure DevOps demo generator to take our existing code base. So I'm just logging in into the Azure DevOps demo generator with the account that I have it for my Azure DevOps. And in the side by side, I have Azure DevOps login created. So under choose template, I'm just going to DevOps Labs, and here I'm just going to choose Azure Kubernetes Service Code. So I'm just selecting this template, and then I'm just naming it as Demo AKS Lab. And then I'm choosing my organization, and then I'm just going to create a project out of it. If you see, this is mainly used for Azure Kubernetes services, and in this template, we are going to see how do you create a Docker-based ASP.NET Core web applications and deploy it into an AKS pipelines. So I'm just going to create a project out of it. And now what happens? It is trying to clone my project, and then it is trying to clone my repositories. It is trying to clone the CI/CD pipelines, and then we will have our complete ARM templates and everything ready. So once after the project is completed, then we need to go to our Azure DevOps, and then we need to look into the code and then start the pipeline. In the meantime, let me also log into portal.azure.com so that I can just check if I need to create anything required for this particular project. So this is my portal.azure.com, and I'm just going to a resource group, and then here let me wait for the project to get cloned completed. So let us give another 30 seconds for this. So the project is created, the teams are getting created, the Azure boards are getting created, and the next one will be repositories, and the next one will be pipelines. Okay, you see, my build definition is created, and my release definition is also getting created. Soon my project cloning will be completed. Okay, so my project has been cloned successfully. Now I'm clicking on navigate to the project, which takes me directly into my Azure DevOps Demo AKS Lab project. And here, when I go to my repositories, I can see the list of files. If you see, this is a .NET ASP.NET application, and here I can just see my .NET application over here, and then I also have a YAML file which is required for my Kubernetes deployment. If you see, this is of kind deployment, and then I have two kinds of deployment. One is MHC back, another one is MHC front. So two kinds of deployments are available in my particular YAML file, and I also have a containers out of it. This is my image is ACR container, and if you see, this is empty at present. So once after my container ACR is created, I just need to come to this line, and then I just need to change the path of my ACR. Okay, and then what happens, it is actually opening on the port number 80. This is of kind service. Okay, so this is my Kubernetes deployment.yaml file. Similarly, I have Docker Compose file, which is actually helping me to create a my health service web, and then I can see that over here. So now if I wanted to go, and then I can go to my pipelines, and then I can see the pipelines by going inside it, and then click on edit, and here I can see the default pipeline is created for my Docker Compose. If you see, this is for my Docker Compose, and here this is for run service, build service, push service, and log service. So now what happens, if you see, everything is being kept as blank over here. So I just need to first create a container registry for it. So I'm going to my resource group, and then I'm adding a new resource group called as AKS demo, or I'll just give the same name as demo AKS lab. Okay, and under this, I'm just first creating a ACR, Azure Container Registry, for my pipeline to get created. So I'm going into my Azure resource group, and then I'm clicking on add, and then I'm trying to create a container registry. When I type container registry, I'll just get this. I will click on create, and then I will enter my resource group name, and then I'm just giving AKS demo lab. I'll just check if it is available. If it is showing green color, it is available. Okay, and I'm just giving the location as east to west, similar to all the other locations, and let it be standard. And I'm just clicking on review and create. I'm not changing anything else. Let me keep everything as default, and the validation is getting passed. So I'm just clicking on create. Okay, so now the ACR is getting created for me, and once if the ACR is created, then I just need to go to my pipeline, and then I just map it to the subscription, and then I need to map it to the ACR which I have just created it for all the other build services, and then I just need to start my pipeline. That's all. So let us wait for the ACR to get created, and then we will change it on the pipelines accordingly. Okay, so my ACR is created. This is my ACR. So let me go to the pipeline, and here under the Azure subscription, I just need to click on, I need to authorize it. When I click on this, it will ask you for an authorization. Authorization means Azure DevOps will connect to your portal.azure.com, and then you just need to tell you are the guy who is going to authorize it. So I'm just giving my email ID, which I am using it for Azure DevOps and Azure, and then I'm clicking on sign in. So once after the sign is completed, it will automatically get authorized over here. If you see, the authorization is getting on circles. Once it is completely authorized, you will be able to see the subscription changing from red color to the normal one. So now it is authorized. Now when I refresh it, I will be able to see my container registry which I created. See, AKS Lemola. Fine. So only this is the one that I need to do it for all the Docker Compose. Again here, I just need to choose the subscription, and then I just need to refresh it and then choose my ACR name. And again for the pushing, I'm just choosing my subscription, and then I'm just trying to refresh it, and then I'm trying to choose my ACR name. For the locking of image from others to get it prevented, I'm just trying to do the same thing, right? So now my ACR and my subscription has been created, everything. Now all the things are done. Let me try to save and queue it. Okay, so now what happens, my Docker Compose file for a .NET application is getting run. In the meantime, let me also go to my release pipeline and I'll just check what is there on my release pipeline. So on my release pipeline, I just click on edit and I'll just check what it is there. So this is by default an artifact which is coming from my build, and then here under the stage of dev, I have two jobs. Okay, so here if you see, it is having a SQL tag pack, which is from a SQL server. It is trying to take a backup of it, and then it is trying to restore it on our Azure SQL server. That is a DAG pack file, and this is my AKS deployment. So I have a deployment services created, and then I am updating the image in my AKS. So what I need to do, I need to create a AKS service in a Kubernetes cluster in my Azure, and then I need to create a SQL server in Azure to map it. Okay, so I'm just going to my Azure under my resource group, which I have just created as demo lab. I'm just clicking on add, and then I'm just choosing a Kubernetes services. Okay, and here I'm just giving the same name as demo AKS lab. Okay, and the name is available, and then I'm just choosing it as east to west, and then let the Kubernetes version be as it is default, and the node version by default is 3. Let it be like that, and then I'm not changing anything else over here. I'm just clicking on review and create. So once if the validation is successful, it is trying to create a service principal and running the final validations over here. Once if it is created, then we will have our AKS cluster created on our Azure portal. And once after the AKS cluster is created, we just need to map that cluster to our release pipeline, like how we did it for our ACR. So if you see, the validation is passed, I'm just clicking on create. So my ACR cluster is getting created. In the side by side, I'm going to my resource group, and then I need to create a SQL server also, an empty SQL server, so that from the backup file, I can restore it on my SQL server. So I'm just going to the same resource group, I'm clicking on add, and then I'm choosing a SQL database. So under SQL database, I'm just trying to give the database name as demo AKS lab. Okay, it is available, and I need to create a SQL server. So I'm just trying to give the same name, demo AKS lab. Okay, it is available, and then I'm giving the SQL admin login. I'm just giving it as admin, and okay, I'm just giving admin 123, and the password is admin at 123321. Admin at 123321. Okay, and East-West is fine. I'm just clicking on OK. So my database is ready, SQL Server is ready, and I don't want this elastic pools. Let it be a default one. I'm not changing anything else. I'm just clicking on review and create it. So in this side, I'm having my AKS cluster getting created, and on the other side, I'm having my SQL Server created. Once these two things are done, I need to come to my release pipeline. I'm just going to authorize it under Azure subscription, and then I just need to give the SQL Server name, database name, username, and password, which we have created over here. Okay, and then by default it is trying to get the DAG back file, and then it is trying to restore my SQL database. And this is where I need to give the Azure subscription name and then the resource group name which we have created it. The resource group name is Demo AKS Lab, and the cluster name which we created is again Demo AKS Lab is our cluster name. Once after we created it, it will get it over here. And then here I just need to map it to my deployment.yaml file which I showed you on the repository. And under secrets, if you see, I don't have any Docker container secrets. So I'm just removing this secrets. I don't have a secret name. I'm removing it, and then here I just need to give a subscription name, and my ACR name is Demo AKS Lab. Okay, because from here only it is going to take it as my image. Similarly, updating of an image, I just need to give a subscription name, and I'm just choosing a resource group name, and the Kubernetes cluster name is same. And then I just need to change here the ACR name once after it is created, and under secrets I'm just again mapping it to my subscription name and the ACR name which we have created it, and I don't have any secrets for me. I'm just clicking it as it is. So our basic things are ready. So let us wait for the Kubernetes cluster and the SQL database to get created. In the meantime, let us go to the pipelines. Awesome. So my build pipeline is completed. Now when I go to my ACR, let me go to Azure portal, and I'm opening a new tab, and then let me try to check my ACR if the image is getting created. So I'm just going to my resource group, and under the resource group I'm just trying to go to my ACR, and under an ACR I'm going to repositories, and under these repository I'm just checking whether my image is created. Okay, my health.web image is created, and this is my image which I just got created. Okay, latest one. So now what I need to do, I need to copy this complete image name, and then I need to go to my pipelines, and under the repositories I showed you that YAML file. So I'm just going to my YAML file over here. I'm clicking on edit, and then I need to go to that particular line over here to choose my image name, and then I'm changing this to my complete ACR name. Okay, this is where my images will be taken out. Okay, so this is the one that I've just created it, and then I just need to check if there is any other containers that I need to add. If you see here, there is another container section, but here by default the image is given as Redis, so we don't need to change it. And then do a Control F and then check for containers wherever it is. Okay, so one container is given as this one that we have already changed it. We are going to check another one which is Redis, that is already changed it. Fine, so we are good. I'm just clicking on commit. Okay, so I have updated my file. Now this YAML file has to be taken to my release pipeline, right? So I just need to go and run my pipeline once again so that this will be copied to my artifacts. So I'm just running my pipeline. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just trying to create an ACR and taken that image, came to my repository, replace that image with a dummy image, and then I'm trying to run the pipeline again so that my deployment.yaml file will be copied onto my release pipeline artifacts. Okay, in the meantime, let us check. Okay, our Kubernetes cluster is ready. I'm just going it over here. Okay, under my release pipeline I'm just checking. Okay, the cluster name is same as this one, Demo AKS Lab, fine. And I'm just trying to check everything is fine. Okay, and under my updation of image here, I told you I just need to choose the ACR name properly. So here I'm trying to change the name of an ACR, which is, I just need to go over here, and then I'm trying to replace it with my build number over here. So if you see, this is my ACR name under my health web colon the build number. So I'm just coming over here, and I'm just trying to replace it with the build ID. Okay, So now everything is fine. I'm just going back one more time. I'm just checking my SQL server whether it's created. Where is my SQL? Okay, my SQL server is created. Okay, so my SQL database name is this one. I'm just trying to go to my release pipeline, and if you want you can just add it to my variables, but since it is a demo purpose I'm just adding everything over here. This is my database name and my SQL server name. So if I go here, this is my SQL server name. So this is my SQL server name, and the login name is admin123, and the password name which I gave is admin at 123321. Okay, and these are all fine. I'm just trying to map it to my DAC pack. Okay, rest of the things are all good. I'm just trying to save it. So once after my pipeline is ready, once after my pipeline is completed, my new deployment.yaml file will be copied onto the release artifact, and then we will try to run the build, and then we will try to check it how it goes, right? So until then, this is my Kubernetes services which is ready, and if I go to my node pools over here, I can see 3 nodes which is created over here. If I wanted to increase a node or decrease a node, I can just go over here and then I can do a scale up or upgrade. Okay, and this is my services. If at present by default you can see the list of all the services available from Kubernetes. These are all the services which we have just created it. Okay, and these are all the namespaces which is by default available. Okay, which is default kube system, kube public, and kube node leave. Okay, so let me wait for the pipeline to get completed. It is on the final stages now, so just hang on for another 30 seconds. Okay. My pipeline is completed, and when I go to my artifacts, I'm just trying to see the compose.yaml file, and this is my main deployment.yaml file. Okay, so now I'm going to my release pipeline, and then here I just again go to my container registry. Where is my container registry? This is my container registry. I'm just trying to go over here, and then I'm trying to refresh it. Okay, the build number is 93 over here. This is a new one. So I'm just going to my release process, and under this image, if I want I can just keep it as a build ID, or else I can just change it to 93. So for example, for demo purposes, this is my latest one. If you see, 93 is my build ID number, so I'm just changing it as 93 over here. Okay, rest of the things are all good. I'm just clicking on save, and then I'm creating a release now. So this is my latest one. I'm clicking on release. So now what happened, a release will be created, and it is a multi-agent one. So first it will try to restore my backup on my database, and then it automatically deploys the images on my Kubernetes cluster, and then from there we will try to see an output, right? So it takes approximately some 10-15 minutes to do a database backup and restore and everything. So until then I'll pause the video and then come back.